So guys, please mute yourself if you're not speaking. So does anyone know who invented the Python language? Anybody? No one? Okay. Today we would be discussing about Python. So Python basic history, what is the history of Python, how it came into the picture, what were the ancestors of Python, from which language it has been, come into the picture in 90s, and some programming concepts, basics, and tools required for the installation to run the Python programs and some commands. So let's begin, guys. Please be interactive during the session. So, very first thing, the idea of the Python that was started. Am I audible, right?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Okay, fine. Please be interactive. Huh? You can unmute yourself just in case if you don't have so much of background noise. So the idea of Python started in 1980. Okay. The very first idea came into 1980s. And the real implementation began in 1989. And like it was in December 1989, it was started getting implemented. It was into development. And it was published for the first time on 27th of Feb 1991. Okay. So this is the how it came into the picture, and it was created by Guido van Rossum. Let me show you. So this is the person who invented the Python language. So he's from Netherlands, and he released this language in 1991. Coming towards the next part, so there were some ancestors of Python language. So have you heard about Settle language? So talking about the ancestor, so set L language was there. So have you heard about set theory in mathematics? So this language was inspired on that concept only. It was developed in 1969 in New York. Okay. So inspired from Settle language, there was one language, ABC. ABC language was influenced from Settle language. Now the thing is, who invented the Python? Just now I have told. Come on.
Guido when uh, Guido when was some or
Okay.
Rossum.
Guido van Rossum. Okay,
Guido
so
when
he
Rossum.
invented this language. So he used to work in Netherlands, right? So there was an institute, CWI. Okay, so the full form of CWI, Centrum. This is a Deutsche name in Dutch language. So Wiskunde Informatica. So he used to work in CWI. This is the research department in Netherlands. NWO, that is Netherlands Science and Research Organization. So CWI here he used to work on ABC language. Okay. Now coming back, so Settle language was came in 1969 in New York. ABC language was influenced by Settle language, and it was being developed or in the process at CWI, where Guido used to work. Now the thing is, Guido has worked on ABC language for several years. So he was into the development of ABC language since 1980s. Okay, so several years he put into the development of language. So he knew what is the syntax of language, what are the data types, how the interpreter is being made. Okay, so like he was aware of everything in the ABC language. So after working several years, he understood there are some shortcomings in ABC language. The very big thing that you can consider as shortcoming is it is not extensible. Extensible nahi hai language ABC. Extensible means you cannot add a new feature in a language. Okay, so to overcome this shortcoming, he proposed the idea of Python. Okay, so Python is basically influenced by ABC language. Just a second. So the very first language was Settle. Settle inspired the creation of ABC language. Settle was in New York. Now ABC was in Netherlands at CWI. Now ABC has inspired the development of Python. Now the thing is कि, ABC is not extensible, so this feature was implemented in Python. So there are many different features that has been taken from different languages like C, C++, Java, modular language. So there is exception handling. So exception handling was taken from modular language. Your object oriented programming OOPS concept was C++ and Java concept. This has been taken from these language. And since ABC was your interpreter based language, what it is? Interpreter based. So Python is also interpreter. So we can say mostly it is influenced by your ABC language. Okay.
What
Coming
is
to yeah.
sorry for what is the meaning of interpreter language?
Okay, I'll tell you. So there are two types of language. One is compiler based and one is your interpreter based.
Okay.
So in compiler base, you need to declare every variable. Like what is the type of variable? Like int x, it is integer type, right?
Mm-hmm.
You will declare float y, okay?
Yes.
And you will declare character z. So it is defining the type of variable, right? So
Mm-hmm.
in compilation, you need to declare these variables, okay, and function type. But in interpreter, this is not required,
Okay.
okay. Like you can simply type x equals to 2, but here you will be writing int x equals to. This is in C language, right? C++. So are you guys aware of C and C++?
No, from for me means
It's
means
it's
I'm not at all aware with any language.
it's totally fine. It's Python is beginner's language, so it's easy to understand, not an issue. So
Okay.
what used to happen in C and C++, you used to declare this thing, what type of variable you are using, okay? But in Python, you can simply write x equals to 2, and it would understand, okay, this is integer type of value, okay?
Okay.
And in compiler, like compiler, set of statements are there, right?
Mm.
So what compiler will do? Compiler will compile all the statements, and it would tell all the mistakes or errors in one time. Okay, at the end of the compilation. But what interpreter does, like let's say if you have problem at fifth line, so it will execute the program till fourth line, and fifth line it will stop. Wherever the first error would be coming, it would be executing the program till that point of time, and after that it will stop. Then you have to correct that mistake, then you have to go again, then you have to interpret again or execute again.
Okay.
Okay, that's how interpreter would be working. Till now it's clear to everyone, right? The history of Python.
So in compiler based language, until and unless my all program will be not fine, it will not run.
Right, right, right.
And for the interpreter based means up to the where my command is
Yeah, very, very.
program is okay,
Yes,
it will run up to there. After that, it will stop.
you got it right. Yes, yes.
Okay.
So where we were, so Python is basically inspired by ABC language, and several others language has also contributed. So you can say best of the features of every programming language has been taken into Python. So Python is in very, very simple language. It's a beginner's language. Even school kids can also learn this language. This much simplicity is there in the Python. Okay. So next we talk about why this language has been given the name of Python? Is it then on the basis of snakes or how it is? So this is a quite funny picture. So I mean, this was in time, 1 year back. It was keep running for the memes. So it was not on the name of snakes. Actually, I'll tell you. So there is a Guido van Rossum was used to watch one program that is Monty Python Circus. I'll show you. Yeah, this is Monty Python's Flying Circus. So he was inspired by this program, and he took the name of Python from here, and he was supposed to give a name to his project. So that's how the name was given, right? So that's the basic idea. This was not on the basis of snakes that the name of Python was given. That's the basic history. So that was the introduction and basic history of the Python. So we'll start the Python programming language. So the very first thing is, what is Python? So Python is your high level. So high level language, low level language.
No.
Low level language means which a machine can directly it will have to convert to machine level language, and high level language sorry, low level language means machine language actually, and high
Mhm.
level language which we can understand, and it will be converted by interpreter like Python. It will convert it into machine level.
Right, right. So your low level language is your machine dependent language. Okay, machine dependent. But your high level language is not machine dependent. It's machine independent. It's easy to understand. Okay, so it would be in the you can say human form, understandable form. So that's why it is high level language. More if you want to, if you want to learn, I'll show you one difference is there in the high level and low level where it was. Okay, just see here. So high level language is programmer friendly language, and low level is machine friendly. So just you need to understand through two three differences. Okay, it's not something like you would be giving viva. So it's easy to understand high level language, and it's simple to debug. And low level language is tough to understand and complex to debug. Basically it's machine dependent low level, and high level is machine independent, and it's understandable by humans basically. The second thing is Python is interpreted. Just now I have told you, right? Python is processed at runtime by the interpreter. You do not need to compile your program before executing it. Okay. This is similar to Perl or PHP. So these languages are also having same kind of stuff. The very next thing is, so Python is interactive. See, what am I doing? I am just describing the very first line. Python is high level, interpreted, interactive, and object oriented. I'm describing all these things. Okay. So interpreted we have discussed. Interactive means you can put user input. That's how interactive means you will putting input, then you will be getting output. So this is interactive language. Next thing is Python is object oriented. So your C++ is object oriented language where you have objects. So this concept of object oriented language has been taken from C++, and Java is also there into the Python language. Okay. So Python supports object oriented style of technique of programming that encapsulates code within the objects. So here objects are basically used for the programming. Okay. Later on we'll discuss more. Just understand this much only. And Python is beginner's language. So Python is a great language for beginner level programmers. So even though if you don't know C language, C++, Java, or any other programming you haven't done before, you can easily start with Python because syntax are very, very simple and there is no complexity. Okay. And which platforms nowadays are using Python language?
He
कौन कौन से रियल टाइम एप्लीकेशन हैं आजकल जो पाइथन पे है बनी हैं?
I think YouTube.
ओके, यूट्यूब.
Netflix,
ओके,
Instagram,
यूट्यूब है आपका, गूगल है, इंस्टाग्राम है, और बाकी और भी बहुत सारी हैं, आप देख सकते हैं, ठीक है। So these are main applications which we use in our daily life. So these are running on the Python only. Okay. So coming towards the next part कि आपको program run करने के लिए which tool you require. Okay. So I would suggest everyone this ID, PyCharm ID, to download for the Python programming, because I mean it's good actually. You can execute any kind of program here. Multi-purpose. So there are two versions available. One is for professional and one is for community. So this open source platform you can download. Okay, this is the second one. I'll paste you the link in the chat. Just a second. So this link will redirect you directly to the, I'll show you. So this is the website, and here you have professional, but you don't need to go for professional because it's a paid thing and we do require only open source wala. So you can simply click on download. So download, it will start downloading. Okay, this option would be coming. Since I have already downloaded, so there is no need for me to download. So PyCharm, if I'll show you, PyCharm would be looking like this. Able to see my screen?
Yes.
So we'll start here once we start the programming wala procedure. Let's start from basics. So very first thing is, in language there are certain things. Okay, the very first thing is identifier. So as the name implies, identifier means to identify something. So what happens in a language, there are certain things. Variables are there, functions are there, classes are there, some modules are there, or it could be other objects. Okay. So to differentiate one entity from another, we give them some name that is known as identifier. Okay. So any name, so we will discuss it later on also. So there are some naming conventions for identifier, how you can name them. So it has to start from A to Z, means alphabets are there. So it has to start from A to Z, or small letter or capital letters, or underscore. So these two things you can start with. Any other thing which has been started from, apart from these two things will not be considered as valid syntax. So like, you have type ABC or underscore ZXY, these are valid. But if you are writing one ABC, that is not valid. Okay. So this is an identifier. Or an identifier consists of, the underscores, capital, small letters, or 0 to 9, all these things. Now Python does not allow punctuation characters. The second line in your keyboard, the second row, that is the punctuation marks row. Can you see if you have laptop? So you have at the rate, you have hash, you have dollar sign. These things are not allowed in your variable naming. Okay. Another thing is, Python is your case sensitive programming language. It means small case letters, small ABC, and capital ABC. Both are different things. Okay. Small ABC and capital ABC. Till now it's clear, right?
Yes.
बाकी लोग जो है उनको क्लियर है या नहीं है? एनी डाउट्स प्लीज?
क्लियर है।
चलो, नहीं क्लियर है तो फिर रिकॉर्डिंग गो थ्रू कर लेना, आप क्या कर सकते हैं। नेमिंग कन्वेंशन देख लेते हैं। नेमिंग कन्वेंशन इज प्रीटी मच इजी, कि थोड़ा थोड़ा ध्यान में रख, लिटिल बिट यू हैव टू मेक ए पिक्चर। लाइक classes are there, so class का name cannot has to start with uppercase, it cannot be started with starting with lowercase letter. Okay. And starting an identifier with a single leading underscore, देखो underscore से you can start like underscore ABC or 2 underscore ABC. So this comes under your private variables, private objects. Okay. So this is a deprogramming thing, so you can just note it down. The identifier also ends with 2 trailing underscores. The identifier is a language defined special term. So like you have written ABC, na? So underscore underscore also there, can also be there. So these are very simple things. Example we see. Okay, example, just now what I have told you. So like identifier can be combination of letters, lowercase, uppercase, or digits, or an underscore. So क्या valid names, what are valid names are there? My class is there. Okay, where underscore one, this is valid, and print this to screen, this is also valid. So these are valid examples. But if you, an identifier cannot start with a digit, so one variable if you keep, this is not valid. Okay, so if you write one ABC or 9 0 Z, this is not valid. But variable one is valid name. Okay, and like in like this is for identifiers, right? So we have some keywords, reserve keywords. Every language has some reserve keywords that has to be used for its, some operations or some functions or classes. So these you cannot use as identifier. So global is a keyword in Python, you cannot use as identifier. If you put global equals to 1, it would give you error, invalid syntax. I'll show you some keywords. I guess 23 keywords are reserve keywords are there in the Python. Just a second. Yeah. So just see here. These are the reserve keywords in the Python. So these like and, as, assert, break. So you cannot put them as identifier names, global, from, for, false, because these are used for operation or some, in the classes. This class name is there. So all these things you cannot use. Okay. So reserve words or reserve keywords are defined with predefined meaning and syntax in the language. So these keywords have to be used to develop programming instructions. Reserve words cannot be used as identifiers for other programming elements like name of variable or functions. Okay, these are reserve words in the language. Coming back. So Python, one more thing is there, Python object and classes. After that, we'll move towards the programming part. So, there are two types of languages. One is your procedure based language and one is your object oriented. Okay. So one is your procedure based and one is your object oriented. So in procedure based, the focus is on functions, and in object based oriented based, the focus is on objects. So Python is an object oriented programming language where the focus would be on objects. So unlike procedure oriented programming where the main emphasis is on functions, object oriented programming stresses on objects. So आप लेके चल सकते हैं, let's say class or if we talk about the class and objects. So let's say we have house. House is an object. Okay, and class would be representing different attributes. How many rooms are there, what would be the color of wall, okay, and the washrooms and interior, everything. These are attributes, these are class attributes, and house is an object. And number of objects you have, number of houses you can make. Okay, like object one type of house you can make, object two second type of house you can make. Okay. So an object is simply a collection of data and methods, functions that act on those data. Similarly, class is a blueprint of that object. So this would be, you can understand in the later on thing, like class is a sketch, prototype of a house. Okay, as I told you, house, this is a class. It contains all the details about floors, doors, windows, and based on these descriptions, we can build the house, and house is an object, is the object. As many houses can be made from a house blueprint, we can create many objects from a class. तो जितने ऑब्जेक्ट्स आप क्रिएट कर सकते हैं उतने ही हाउसेज आप बना सकते हैं. क्लास में क्या होता है, आपके एट्रीब्यूट्स होते हैं सारे, हाउस के एट्रीब्यूट्स. कुछ भी हो सकता है, क्लास कुड बी स्टूडेंट, तो स्टूडेंट्स का रोल नंबर, ओके, एंड स्टूडेंट का नेम एंड डीओबी, ऑल दीज आर attributes of student class. An object would be how many students are there, one students these with these attributes, second student with these attributes. Okay, so is it clear now? So if we talk about technical terms, an object is also called an instance of a class. Okay, this is in technical terms, we call it instance of a class, and the process of creating this object is called instantiation. Okay, अब चलते हैं नेक्स्ट प्रोग्रामिंग वाले पार्ट की तरफ. See, I'll show you some things in this. So once you have installed your PyCharm community free source edition, simply you will go to you have to create Python project first, so that you would be, I mean, popping up when you after the installation of this software. So you simply right click on Python project, you go to new, you click on Python file, you give any name. Okay, I'll giving a name. Any name you can suggest, you want to suggest? Okay, ABC1. Fine. Now, see, simple statement. I'll tell you print, how to print anything. So just write print brackets, double quotes, hello Python. Okay. Now go to run, click on run, and then which file you want to execute ABC1. Okay. So see, we can see hello Python. Able to see everyone, right?
Yeah.
So now everyone knows how to print anything in the Python. So like if you want to print, tell me anyone's name.
Manoj
Any?
Kumar.
Okay. So like I have written Anuj Kumar.
Manoj Kumar.
Okay, sorry. Manoj Kumar. Okay. Now I'll run this program. Now see, option is coming here. Run ABC1.
Okay.
Okay. Now it has give some error. So can anyone tell me what is the error?
Space.
No. Space problem is not there. चलो चलो ऊपर का statement is right, नीचे का is wrong. Why? Anyone?
P is in caps.
Please
Oh
cap.
wow.
Okay. P caps.
You guys have sharp eyes. Very good. So I have made it in small caps letters. And now again we would run it. So see, Manoj Kumar is printed. So this is very simple thing I'm telling you. This is very first class, even student can learn. Okay. So moving back, so quotations in Python. So quotations, यहाँ पे 3 types of quotations are there: single quote, double quote, or triple quote. So if I write single quote, so like if I have one variable name word equals to single quote, just I write word. Okay. Second thing is sentence. See, single quote and double quotes are equal. Okay, there is no difference. This is a sentence. Okay. And second thing is for triple quotes, I'll write para equals to triple quotes, and this is a multiple line statement. Okay. So that's how you can, I mean, you can write it. If anything you want to assign, like single line, if you want to write it, you can put it in single quote or double quote. And if you want to write it in multiple lines, then you have to bind it with triple quotes. So now can we try to print it? Like print, I'll write word. Would it be printing?
It's a word.
Yeah, right. So next line mein I'll say print sentence, right?
Sentence. Yes.
So I'll run again. This is a sentence, right?
Yeah.
Next line mein again I have write print, and then I'll write para, right? And then I'll run in. Okay, this is a multiple line statement. You got it right?
Yeah.
How
Right.
to print a single line statement, multiple line statement. And this is the identifier. Okay, word, sentence, para, which we are giving name to something. Okay, and this is how we can differentiate in all these things. Next thing is comments. Comments आपको वही same दो तरह के हो सकते हैं comments, single line comment and multiple line comments. तो अगर आपको single line comment लिखना है, then it has to be this hash. This is a single line comment. So this is your single line comment. And if you want to write the multiple line comment, then you have to have the triple quotes in single. Now here you can write, this is a multiple line comment. See, comments cannot be, I mean, come on the output terminal, right? This has to be for the readability of the program. You got it?
Yes.
Agar aapko, if you want to write the comment, let's say if I am declaring any variable here, let's say variable 1 equals to 20, and upper this I have written, this is a numeric value. So now this comment would not be executed, but this is telling that what I have written in the next line to understand the readability. Or if you want to pass on the program to someone else, so he would understand what have you done, right? So this is for that purpose. Understood, everyone? Any doubts है तो बोलो किसी को? Any doubts?
अच्छा, ये केवल मतलब उसके लिए है कि मतलब हमने कमेंट दे दिया कि हम नीचे क्या कर रहे हैं बस.
Right. Comment is just to tell what you are doing in the program. This comment won't be executed. I'll show you. Run ABC1. Okay, where is the issue?
Where?
Why it is giving the issue? If I say
Reserve
where,
connector?
yeah, tell me.
Is it reserve connector? That's why it is showing error?
Okay, so yeah, I'll put some other name. I'll put RES. Again, it is giving error. RES is reserved kya?
नहीं.
So tell me why it is giving error.
The line before should be
I think
the print sentence has
that there is no
like-
quotes.
Print sentence is having error. There is no error in this thing.
Okay.
See, now what I'll do, I'll write where one. I'll try to run. See, no issues there, right? The issue was here. That's the braces parentheses were not closed. You have to close it, right? See, all these things, debugging part, you should understand why this is coming. This is the basics of programming. Okay. So comments clear hai. Quotation is also clear. Coming towards the variable and values. So variables are nothing but the reserved memory locations to store the values. So variable mean you can store some values. Okay. So like say this is your location in the memory. This is address is 201 and you are storing some value here like 10. Another location is 402. Here location you are storing some string, you can say, let's say I say Manoj. Okay. And at some other location, it's 501, you are storing some other value 2.5e. Okay, so this is the basic thing. Variables are basically reserved memory locations. It has reserved some memory for your value, like it's a string type value, numeric type value, or whatever it is. Okay, float type value. So based on the data type of variable, the interpreter allocates memory and decides what can be stored in the reserved memory. तो आपको यहाँ पे variable के लिए you do not need to declare any variable type. Like I'm saying x equals to 4. So I do not need to say it is integer. Okay. If I'm write y equals to 5.6. So this is float type, but I do not need to require, I do not need to write float here before y. If I am writing z equals to hello strings, so this is string, so you do not need to write string here. Okay, that's a simple thing. So this interpreter would get to know at the runtime what type of value you are allocating to a variable. Okay, so integer, decimal, characters can be stored in these variables. Iske example we'll see. See the example. So we have three things here. Counter is there, miles is there, and name is there. So counter is having integer assignment, right? And miles is having floating point assignment. So anything which is having pointer conversion is floating type value. And string is simple, any name, any string, series of characters, that is string. तो अगर आप इनको प्रिंट करेंगे, प्रिंट काउंटर, प्रिंट माइल्स, प्रिंट नेम, it will give you 100, 1000.0 and John, whatever have you given here. Okay, we'll take example here. So we'll take a new file, we'll go to project, new Python file, we can call it test1, it's already there. So we create with test2, okay. Able to see, right, the screen? So I'm taking three variables. One variable I'm taking count. So count equals to 5. Second is name. Name equals to, I'm taking as Manoj. And third thing is
Miles.
count, name, and miles. Okay. So miles, just a second. Miles equals to, I have taken 1000 point, we can say 4. Okay. So now what we do, we will print it. So print count, print name. So print and miles. So whatever you have given here, just give here the no uppercase, no lowercase, same as it is. Okay, now we'll run it. So run, put run here, which test2. So all three things are there, right? Clear as Abhiko?
Yes,
It's
sir.
easy.
Yes.
Okay, going towards the next slide. So the second thing of assigning values is like a equals to b equals to c equals to 1. This is also you can do to assign variable values to three variables simultaneously. And like a comma b comma c equals to 1 comma 2 comma John. This also you can do. So this is a different type of assigning. Okay. Now coming towards the standard data types. So there are 5 standard data types in the Python. So like we have numbers. What else we have? What else we do we have? Okay. We have numbers, we have strings, we have list, we have tuple, and we have dictionary. These 5 things are there. And generally these 5 things are asked in interview questions. Okay. So interview में आपसे basically these on these basis they would be asking, like they would asking what is the difference between list and tuple, what is dictionary, how can I change the strings. So we'll discuss them one by one. Okay. So the first thing is numbers. So numbers can store the numeric values, or numeric values can be of your 4 types. It can be of integer type value. Okay. Second thing is long integers. Third is floating point. And fourth is complex number. So integer signed value, understand, plus and minus. So example we can see here in the next slide. So just see here. So we have integer value. So like 10, 100. Yeah, can someone mute? I'm hearing my voice again. So minus 786, 80. So plus and minus, these things are there in integer. Okay. And long value, long integers. So generally long integers में कैसे differentiate? How would you differentiate between integer, long integers? There would be capital L. Whenever you write any integer 51964L, so this is long integer. This is after capital L would be there after every this part. So this is long integer, plus and minus both. Floating point number, point values, 0.3, 2.5, 15 e something like this. Okay, so e value 2.718. So these all are floating point value. Complex values, a plus jb. This format is complex values. Okay, so 3.14j, 45j, these all values are complex values. So these all 4 types of values you can store, okay, in the numbers. The very first thing we have read is numbers type. Now second thing is strings. So strings में कैसे you would declare the strings, like here it is declare variable 1 equals to hello world, variable 2 equals to Python programming. Okay, that's how it is declaring the string. So simply I go to my Python prompt. I write var1 equals to hello Python and var2 equals to Python programming. So this is the declaration of strings. Okay. Yeah. See, indentation is important in Python. Just note it. Indentation means spacing. Okay. This has very big role to play in Python to increase the readability. So now you can update any string. So updated like this is given the example like variable 1 is having hello world. Then we are printing updated string. So whatever you write, print, and then double quotes, it would print as it is. Okay. And now if I put plus here and I write var1. So let's say what is the output? What would be the output, anyone? What would be the output of this one?
That is the JKFG plus hello Python.
Okay, I'll run it. Okay, so this thing is there and then hello Python is there. Okay, so variable one's value would be printed here. Like I have written double quotes. So double quote, this is not making some sense. I'll write my first string is and colon, and now I'll print it. So my first string is hello Python. Is it clear to everyone? How you can print any string? By putting a plus after double quotes and var1, or simply you can just write print var1 if you don't write to anything. Okay, just it will simply print hello Python. Hello Python. Okay, but if you want to tell what you are printing, so then you can simply put it here and you can put the variable name var1.
That print var1 plus var2 is means it will also work.
Yes, this will also work. See, print. So this is basically concatenation operator that you are telling var1 plus var2. So does anyone know what would be the output of this?
Hello Python programming.
Okay, let's see the output. So the output is hello Python programming. Now see, there is no gap. If I want to give gap here, then what I will do?
Double inverted comma.
Okay, after plus
Plus.
some space, then again plus.
Yes.
Okay.
Now I'll run it. Hello Python programming. सबको
What is the
clear है ना?
shortcut for run?
हाँ?
What is the shortcut for run? Like not
Sure.
for that. Oh, Shift F10. Okay.
Shift F10. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll try shift function shift F10. Yeah, function shift F10 from my laptop. It's working. Okay. I mean, if
So
function is, then you can try
there is one
function.
button also to run.
The
right corner, the test.
Yeah. This button also you can use. Right. This button also you can use.
Compiling is not used, right? We
No,
don't use compiling.
in Python there is no compilation. No compiler is not there. It's interpreter-based language. Okay.
Thank you.
So strings is clear, right? Now strings को कैसे access करना है? I'll tell you. So, okay. So let's say if you don't want to print the whole string, you just want to print some part of it. Okay. So like print and then var1, and you have put from 0 to 6. So what is the output of this?
0 to 6 means
0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
space.
Hello. I think it will come only hello.
See guys, var1 का value क्या है? HELLO. तो numbering would be 0, 1,
2,
3, 4. Okay. And then space is 5.
Space is 5.
Hello.
And then Python.
P.
स्पेस का विल सी यार, स्पेस आता है नहीं आता. तो इसका वैल्यूज कहां से कहां रहेगा? 0 to
स्पेस तक आना चाहिए.
नहीं सी
P तक आएगा ना.
The 6 won't be counted. Okay.
Yes, 6 will not count. So up to 5. 5 means the space.
Right. So let's run it. So it's coming as hello. Okay.
Space. I think it is coming with space.
Yeah. I'll try one more thing here. 7 I'll
7.
put. Okay. Then we'll see.
Now it come with P.
Hello space P. So space is your character. Okay. Numbering. Okay.
Yes.
So now the next thing is your P would be 6, 7, 8, 9. This would be the numbering. You want to print some, specific characters. Coming towards the next part, what is next? So where 0, okay, if let's say if I have typed, I'm typing print and then where 1 colon 4, what does it mean?
Colon 4, it means also 0 to 4.
0 to 3.
It means 0 colon 4, it means 0 to 3. So what it would print?
HEL. LL. HELL.
HEL.
L.
Hell.
HEL. Okay, it would print HEL 0, 1, 2, and 3. Okay, यहाँ तक clear है? So if I say print where 1 square brackets and 1 colon nothing, what it will print?
Except L, it will print all.
H to last.
0 and then 1. देखो first वाला तो it would count, but last वाला it won't count.
E. E.
But
E to
अभी
last.
हमने कुछ इंडेक्सिंग नहीं दिया तो लास्ट वाला काउंट करेगा ना?
Yes.
It
Last वाला.
starts from E to last.
Yeah. It would go from E to last. Okay. So if in any interview, if anyone asking for a string, if you want to print the specific part, you can type it like this. Okay.
अच्छा सर इसमें एक नेगेटिव इंडेक्सिंग भी होती है ना आई गेस अगर बैक साइड से प्रिंट कराना है तो
ठीक है, चलो वो भी ट्राई कर लेते हैं, आपने बोला है तो. Tell me what you want to write. Where 1 square brackets -1, okay,
हाँ
colon -3. क्या प्रिंट होगा?
-1 मींस आई थिंक ओ से चालू होना चाहिए OHT.
It is not printing
In
anything.
से चालू होगा.
It is not printing anything.
Okay, I think
I'll put nothing.
हाँ
nothing,
एक बार
okay. I'll print it. So it is printing n.
N only.
N is last wala negative.
हाँ
So negative,
अगर
you can see I have not seen this negative wala ज़्यादा so much. So
अच्छा
you can see, I mean, yeah.
ठीक
So
है
we'll move toward the next part. See where 1 here. Just see the example here. Okay, guys. Everyone is able to relate or understand, right? It's for everyone, not for 1 or 2 people, right? 22 people are here. Everybody able to listen?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
ठीक है. Okay, fine. Thanks. Next thing is here. Okay, so where 1 0 means your first character 0 H. Where 2 1 to 5. So where 2 में 1 to 5 क्या है? 0 1 2 3 4 5. तो 5 वाला won't print. तो YTHO. Okay, that's how it would printed. यहाँ तक clear है ना, right?
हाँ जी yes clear sir.
चलो next. So these are the string operators that just we have done. We would supposed to come after this, but okay, fine. So plus is your concatenation, and star is there. So let's operate the star operator. So if I write print ABC *2, does it gonna print something?
If we have defined somewhere ABC, then it will print.
Okay, I'll write here. It's fine now.
Yes, please. I don't know.
ABC. Okay.
Okay.
So it would be printing ABC and ABC 2 times. You can put space here if you want to have some space in this, just in case. ABC. So if you are multiplying any, let's say if I'm multiplying variable 1 with 2. So print where 1 into 2 and I'll run it. So hello Python. So 2 times it would printing. If I write,
सर एक चीज जो एबीसी हमने कॉमा के इन्वर्टेड कॉमा के अंदर किया हुआ है, अगर वो विदाउट इन्वर्टेड कॉमा करेंगे तो प्रिंट होगा क्या?
नहीं, वो वेरिएबल होगा, उसको वेरिएबल या तो either you can give variable name here which is
Okay.
already having a value, or you can directly put string here.
ओके ओके, इट मींस वहां पे अभी मेरा एबीसी कोई वेरिएबल मैंने डिफाइन नहीं किया है, आई जस्ट वांट टू प्रिंट एबीसी। और
Right,
यहाँ
right,
पे जब विदाउट इन्वर्टेड कॉमा है, इसका मींस कि वेयर वन में मैंने कुछ एक वैल्यू डिफाइन की है, तो जो
right,
डिफाइंड वैल्यू है उसको प्रिंट करेगा ये।
right, 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 right.
ओके ओके।
So star and then square brackets we have. So we have the indexing that we have covered, indexing. And this is the thing, in H in A will give 1, M not in will give 1. So if it is true, like say, I'll tell you. So I'll write simple sentence, okay? So if I write in Hello Python, H is there, right?
Yes.
So if I say H in var1, so what it should return? But I have to cover it in single quotes. So it would be printing. It
हाउ
would be.
कितनी
It would
बार
be.
एच है उसमें? आई थिंक वो
No,
प्रिंट
no, no.
करेगा।
It's if it is H there or not.
ओके।
Okay. In Hello Python, H is there, right?
यस।
So it would be giving 1. It would return 1 basically. It means true. So I'll write it like this. If bracket and then colon. So this is syntax for if, okay? And I'm writing print and double quotes. H is there in var1, okay? Or if it is not right, then else I'll print H is not there in var1. Now I'll run this program. Everything is fine, I guess. Let's see. Okay, there is some error. Can anyone tell me? Line
एल्स के
30.
बाद कुछ, एल्स के बाद
Okay, else ke baad we have to put the colon. Okay, so H is there in var1. We have the output, okay? So if else syntax, if you see, if bracket mein condition, then colon, then indentation. Indentation means spacing. So if I'm putting just enter from here, it would automatically giving the indentation. I do not need to give indentation here. So I'll put backspace and come here. Else put the colon and print this. So if I say where2 में है क्या?
where2 में
नहीं,
एच नहीं
एच है, एच
है क्या?
Python. H is there. So, but I have typed capital H. Would it match?
नो।
No.
H is not there because Python is a case sensitive language. It's clear to everyone, right?
Yes.
How I have checked if H is there or not in string. That's how you can check. Very simple.
सर प्रोग्रामिंग में मतलब मेरे को प्रॉब्लम यहीं से चालू हो जाता है, जहां से ये इफ एज स्टेटमेंट चालू होते हैं ना, यहीं से
So
गोल
little
होते हैं।
slowly you start. I mean, you'll get into it. Don't worry. It's just about the syntax. How you. So next thing is your list. So list is nothing but a collection of where different types of values. So I'll type here. I'll make a new file, new Python file, and I'll name it list. Okay, and I write here list1 equals to. So list1 would be in your square brackets. So the very first thing I'm putting is physics, comma, second value chemistry, third value you can put maths. किसी और कुछ लिखवाना है क्या? 200 you can write. Okay, this is list 1. Similarly, you can create a list 2 with the square brackets. So lists are always created in square brackets. Please remember it. Okay, so just see what is list 2. List 2 में simply आप कुछ भी लिख सकते हो, a b c d e. Okay, this is a list 2, but it has to be in the quotes if it is not a value. So here you have to put quotes. single quotes. I have told you, na, single quotes and double quotes are equal. So either you can put it single quotes or double quotes. So this is your list 2. I'll print here list 1, print, okay, small, list 2. Output आना चाहिए, right?
Yes.
Okay, we are running the old script. Run list. Okay, so हमारे पास we got the output, right? Physics, chemistry, math, and 200, and A, B, C, D, E. These two are outputs of list 1 and list 2. Is it clear to everybody?
ये लेकिन ब्रैकेट नहीं आना चाहिए ना, ब्रैकेट भी.
I mean, it would show bracket in list actually.
Okay.
Okay, in the output it would show. So a similar thing. So list is a most versatile data type available in Python, which can be written as a list of commas, separated values between square brackets. So list has to be declared in the square brackets. Important thing about a list is it need not be of the same type. मतलब आप यहाँ पे you can take string value, you can take numerical value, you can take float value, any value you can take. Here you can make 2.45, anything like this. Okay. तो सेम टाइप का होना जरूरी नहीं है. तो सिमिलर, इट इज सिमिलर टू स्ट्रिंग इन टाइप्स ऑफ इंडिसेस. सो इफ आई राइट प्रिंट स्मॉल, print and then list 1 square bracket, I'll put 1. I'll run it now. So the first is your chemistry. Physics is 0, chemistry is 1, maths is 2, and 200 is third number. So if list 1 में first आपको index print करना है, if you want to print the first index in list 1, then you have to write print list 1 and then square brackets, then 1. Similar to strings, okay? If you want to access anything, string, list, or tuple, so you have to put it in put square bracket for indexing. Okay, you remember it.
सर इसमें अगर जैसे मुझे प्रिंट करना है, लाइक मेरा जो लिस्ट 1 है उसमें मैं प्रिंट करना चाहता हूँ फिजिक्स और मैथ्स.
Okay.
So
okay, so you write here list 1. So you cannot skip, I guess, chemistry because commas are not supported here. Okay, what you can do, list 1, then plus, then plus, list 1, and then third.
comma. Okay.
Okay, let's
Okay,
try
like
this.
index we have to give. So now it should print.
No, it's not concatenation. So for strings, actually, you cannot do this.
Okay.
So you have to.
Earlier we have seen, जो इसके पहले अपन ने देखा था उसमें हम कर सकते हैं क्या hoping?
Okay, like let's say यहाँ पे I'll put the 3. Okay. Just run it. So chemistry and maths are coming, right?
तो इसी में एक कॉलन लगा के अगर एक नंबर और प्रिंट करेंगे तो कुछ आएगा क्या? लाइक आप इसको 0 colon 2 colon 1 क्लिक करके देखिए, कुछ आ रहा है क्या?
Okay. 0 colon 1 colon 3. Let's see.
Physics.
Only physics coming. ये जो आप ट्राई करवा रहे हैं एकदम एक्स्ट्रा ऑर्डिनरी चीजें हैं. But
अच्छा, नहीं,
it's fine. No, doubts are coming. That's very good. I mean, still we can see what things are coming as output. So physics is as your 0. So it is taking only 0 and 1, I guess, because 1 won't be printed, right?
Yeah, एक भी means it has taken only 0.
So let's try 2 here, okay? Then only it is saying physics. So it would only print physics in the 3 column case.
The third column is the step actually. If you write 0,042, it will
Okay.
step in. So now you do 2 or make it 2.
Okay, like see.
So it will skip the middle. So starting index, end
Okay.
index, and that is the step.
So I'll type 2 here, right?
Yeah. So it will skip the middle.
Let's say. So it has written physics and maths, but it has skipped the chemistry. But we have mentioned the step 2 here, right? So how come it is skipping the only chemistry 1? We have mentioned 2 steps, right?
So 0 to 4, physics, chemistry, and after that nothing is there, right? So it has skipped 200 and then there is nothing. So
0 to 4 means 0, 1, 2, 3. Physics,
yeah,
chemistry, maths, and 200, right?
yeah,
See, just I'll print only this part. Let's see. Physics, chemistry, math 200, right?
yes, yes.
Now you say print colon 2, okay? What it is giving, it is just giving physics and maths, but it should
Yeah.
give 200 also, right?
No, no. So the step is like it will
Every step it would
skip.
be.
सर इन लिस्ट वन में हम उसको थोड़ा सा और लंबा करते हैं ना, उसको 200 के बाद और कुछ उसमें लिस्ट में डालिए ना, फिर देखते हैं.
Okay, I'll put 400, I'll put 900, I'll put 1000. Fine.
हाँ, अभी एक बार चेक करते हैं.
So 0 to 4 is same. So इसका
0
इंडेक्स
to
ही हम लोग चेंज
4
कर
is
देते हैं एक बार.
correct. हाँ हाँ, इसका भी चेंज कर दीजिए. 0 to 0 1 2 3 4 5 6.
Okay, now see.
फिजिक्स मैथ्स 400.
तो फिजिक्स एक स्किप किया, मैथ्स किया, फिर एक स्किप किया, 400 किया.
हाँ
So if you are mentioning 2, then it is skipping only one step.
सर, एक बार जो 6 है ना, 6 को एक बार हटा देंगे क्या, डबल कॉलन कर दीजिए बस वहां पे, तो एंड तक जाएगा क्या वो?
Let's see.
हाँ
No, no, end तक तो नहीं जा रहा है वो.
नहीं, एंड तक देखिए. देखिए फिजिक्स मैथ्स 400 फिर 1000 लिया.
It is
इट मींस
skipping.
हाँ,
skipping
लेकिन
Yeah, it is
कंप्लीट
skipping
लिस्ट ले लिया, जीरो से चालू करेगा और एंड लिस्ट तक वहां कंसीडर करेगा और होपिंग बाय 1.
by skipping one.
हाँ,
But
बाय
if I put the skip one, then
यस, उसको भी एक बार ट्राई करते हैं.
nothing would be skipped.
यस, सो
So you have to put 2 for skipping 1, and if you put 3, then it would
हाँ,
skip 2
3 करके
points.
देखते हैं सर.
Physics,
हो गया,
chemistry, math skip
200,
किया, then 400, 900 miss किया, then
correct.
1000 print किया. So does everyone got it? क्या ये वाला point सबको clear है? कैसे हम ऑपरेशन किए लिस्ट में, कैसे skipping हो रहा है?
Yes.
Okay, fine. चलिए next point पे चलते हैं. We are overshooting our time. Okay, so accessing values in the list, simple thing. List वही index है, similar indexing as per the string. So 0, 1, 2, 3. So like list 1 is physics, chemistry, 1997, 2000. So list 1, 0 would be physics, 1 is chemistry, 2 is 97, and 3 is 2000. Okay. So updating list में, if you want to update anything, you just need to write like, in the list one, you want to replace maths with something. So you simply write list 1, index of mathematics is 2, equals to what you want to say. Let's say arts. CS, computer science, you can say. Okay. Put in double quotes. Okay. Now you print the list. Let's see the output. So physics, chemistry, CS. Okay. So your maths has been replaced by CS. That's how you can replace it. Simple thing. Okay. Next thing is deleting the list elements. Simply you can delete list 1, 2. So like I'll print here, I'll see here delete list 1. Okay, what it'll do? Does it delete the list?
chemistry.
I'll print here list 1. Okay, after deleting. So there is nothing it printing. Okay. I'll put here just a thing. For multi-line comment, what do we do?
ट्रिपल कोट.
Okay. I have put this in comma. What's the issue here? Print list 1. Okay, it is not identifying the list 1. Okay, fine. So revert it. We'll do this part later on. We don't have time that much to do all these things. Okay, but it is not printing the list 1. Okay, again the issue is coming. Line number 17. Okay, list 1 is deleted, so it's giving the error. Okay.
Del list need to be removed, then we try.
Okay, okay. No, it's fine, I guess. I mean, see, first we have initialized the list, then we have deleted. If you print the list, it would give the error.
Okay.
Okay. Now basic list operations are there. So if you want to calculate the length of string, so just simply write len. Okay. So write len list 1 and you run it. List 1 is not there. Okay, fine. List 2. So list 2 के लिए length you have to print it also, right? Print len list 2 and then you execute it. So length is 6. So list 2 में कितने elements हैं? 1 2 3 4 5 6. तो इसका length कितना हो गया? 6 हो गया. Okay. So 6 elements are there in the list 2. The length would be 6. Okay. It's very simple. And if you do the concatenation 1 2 3 4 5 6, it will concatenate. Okay. Similar to strings. So I'll make it comment, otherwise it would delete again. Print list 1 plus list 2 and now I print it. So both the listed are merged in a single list. Okay, that's the list operation. So two different lists you can merge in a single list. And simply high into 4 karenge, to if it would be high would be there for the 4 times, repetition would be there, similar to strings. And 3 in 1 2 3 is there. If any elements you want to search in the list 1 or list 2, just simply write this element, like you can write like physics PHYSICS in list 2 or list 1. Okay, so this here you can put in if statement if you want to return true or like this. Okay, so this is about list. And next thing is your tuple. So I'll try to quickly finish. So list may you have to put it in square bracket, but tuples may you have to put it in parenthesis, small brackets. So and the important thing is list is mutable. List you can change, but tuples you cannot change. I'll declare tuple 1 equals to small brackets. Same thing I can write. Okay, like I have write physics, comma, chemistry, comma, maths, comma 1, comma 2, comma 3. So this is your tuple. So you cannot modify a tuple. Okay, close the brackets. So you simply, if you print it, so you can write tup1 and it would print the values. Physics, chemistry, math 1 2 3. Okay, so let's try to change the value. So I'll say tup1 indexing, let's say physics I want to change to some other value, CS. Okay, so I'll print it tup1. So it is giving error, type error, tuple object cannot support item assignment. So tuples cannot be modified. Is it clear? Tuples item you cannot change it. Tuples are similar to your coordinates. You can see mathematics में coordinates होते हैं ना, XY coordinates similar to that. You cannot change it. So tuples और list में basic यही difference है. Now coming towards the interview questions part. So what is the difference between list and tuples? Anyone, please, quickly.
They are not modified. Tuples are not modified.
So tuple
Mutable and non-mutable.
Yeah, tuples are immutable and list are mutable. List can be changed. So lists are mutable, they can be edited. Tuples are immutable, they cannot be edited. Lists are slower than tuples and tuples are faster than list. तो सिंटेक्स ये इस तरह का है, इसका स्क्वायर ब्रैकेट्स में रहेगा लिस्ट का एंड टपल्स वुड बी इन पैरेंथेसिस. Second question is, what are the key features of Python? Anyone? We have started our presentation with this thing only.
It is interpreted language, interactive language, object oriented, and high level language.
Very good, Abhishek.
Thank you.
So we'll discuss it here. Okay. So this is an interpreted language. Python. अरे पहली slide में we have talked, right? Everybody forgot क्या?
No. बस interpreted ही आता है.
Interpreted है, dynamically typed है. मतलब मैंने बताया था, you don't need to state the type of variable. Python is object oriented. Okay. And writing the Python code is quick. So these three things you can mainly remember. Okay. What fourth thing did you tell, Abhishek? Interpreted
high level
level.
language.
and high level. High level language. High level means human का understandable form में. So next thing is your, what is PEP8? PEP8 is basically, PEP means Python Enhancement Proposal. So, you know, in Python, we use indentation for increase the readability, right? This is the same thing. So it is a set of rules that specify how the format Python code for maximum readability. Next thing is your, what are the Python modules? देखो ये बहुत important interview questions है which has been asked nowadays. Name some commonly used built-in modules in Python. So Python में आपके modules हैं, आपके OS module है, ठीक है, sys module है, math module है, math में आपके functions हैं, sqrt functions है, root निकालना है, these functions are there, random value आपको generate करना है तो random module है, data time module है, JSON module है. These modules you can remember, okay, for interview purpose. So Python modules are files containing Python code. This code can either be function, classes or variables. Python module, अब देखो Python में जो extension होता है .py होता है, please remember, ठीक है ना? और Python में currently कौन सा version चल रहा है?
I think Python 5 latest version, but normally we are using Python 3.
Okay, so currently what we are using is version 3. इसके पहले version 1 और version 2 आ चुके हैं, लेकिन हम Python 3 version क्या फ्यूचर के लिए है, तो इसलिए currently हम Python 3 का version 3 यूज करते हैं Python का. Okay. What are local and global variables? Anybody? देखो मैंने एक फंक्शन लिखा है, ठीक है, फंक्शन है ये. अगर इस फंक्शन, if inside this function, if I have declared one function, but inside this function, if any variable there, that is known as local variable. And if any variable which I am declaring outside the function here, var2, and this is var1. So var2 will be our global variable. So var2 can be accessed anywhere in the program, but var1 can be accessed only inside the function. This is local and global variable. Clear to everyone?
Yes, yes.
Local variables have local scope inside the function only, but global variables have global scope inside a program, anywhere can be accessed. But local variables can access only inside a function block. So guys, इस तरह से हमारी आज की क्लास होती है समाप्त. आपकी कुछ डाउट्स है तो बताएं. Otherwise, we'll stop it in 2-3 minutes. And this